What do you prefer, Joe? Do you prefer just your standard sort of, this is a live show, this is for the evening, and that's it? Or do you prefer, this is television? Because I kind of like both, but I love the TV aspect maybe a little bit more.
Ooh, tough one. I mean, I will tell you this. There is no feeling like the most satisfying feeling I think I've ever had in a ring was the Kurt Angle match, because around that time, I mean, you were there, Stevie. You know what it was like. I was really only 3 years in the business. Like, to give you an idea, I started in 2013, and in 2016, you're wrestling Kurt Angle in the main event of a pay-per-view. Now, again, there were other people who were better in-ring workers than me at the time. So, you can understand there might have been a little bit of heat there or whatever. But, my argument was that I'd kind of, done quite a bit to try and get the match to happen. And, I'd worked really hard on my entrances and the character side of things and all that. But really, the Kurt Angle match, I think, was a real kind of do or die moment for me. And I think if I had, because I'll be quite honest, I had a few poor performances before that. I remember looking back on one and just thinking, oh man, I was lucky that I ended up getting that Kurt Angle match. I remember watching this particular match back and thinking, oh, they would have been within their rights for me to not get that opportunity, but thankfully for me, they stuck by the original plan, stuck by their word, and we went with that, and I got the opportunity to wrestle Kurt, and I just feel like I just became a better wrestler that day, and I went, oh, I get it now. Now. When when CM Punk talked about when he was early on in his career and he thought he was alright, and then he wrestled Eddie Guerrero and he was like, I know nothing. That's what it was like for me. And yes, in the comments, that was the day that Kurt Angle did actually pass on the ankle lock. So he says to me, he was like, do you have a submission hold? And I was like, no. And he says, well, you should, because it's for various reasons. It can really help you have better matches. And I thought, and he was like, what? Well, let's do one tonight. What do you want to do? And then I remember just going, and he went, you want to use the ankle lock, don't you? And I was like, yes. So he passed on. He did. He gave me the permission to use it. So that was awesome. That's amazing. I think that definitely changed me as a wrestler that day. And that was really the first time I felt that a lot of my colleagues, I felt like I kind of earned their respect that day, in some ways.